Well, good morning, Keller Williams, and happy Monday to you all. I am super excited to be here. I'm going to talk about a technology that actually I've been trying to utilize higher in my own business and my own work, and I think some of you are going to enjoy it. Um, Many of you may know, some of you may not. I have a terrible memory, absolutely awful. And so the idea of being able to use reminders at a higher level to get myself the right information at the right time, uh, very intriguing and very useful. In fact, I used it this weekend with an open house, and we're going to talk about that as one of our examples. But first off, I want us to know and have a short conversation around why it matters. And so let's pull up a good old fashioned Gary Coelho quote. Um, whoop, don't need to be over me. So make sure every day you do what matters most. When you know what matters most, everything makes sense. When you don't know what matters most, anything makes sense. And so this kind of comes into that discussion of the right message at the right time is invaluable. And we talk about this in advertising and marketing as well. But how about the right message to me at the right time to make sure I'm being as productive and as successful as I can be? So today we're going to be talking about iOS's reminders. I know someone in the comment is going to put something in there about Android, and I cannot wait for you to do that, to volunteer for me and you to have a conversation next week on how to do this on Android. I just don't have an Android phone with me right now to do that. So we'll start off with iOS. I'm sure someone will volunteer in the comments to look at the reminders from there, and we'll get going next week, hopefully. If not later in the month, we'll talk about Android stuff, and maybe it just be a video, maybe it's live. But guys, I'm super excited. I'm terrible about memory, and I think you're going to enjoy some of the tips we go through here today. And it's kind of nice to take a step outside of our KW Tech and talk about something that's already there. It's been built for us, and use it at a high level. So let me clear all these notifications on this phone real fast, and let's kick over to our device. All right. We're going to go full screen with this. Hopefully you can still hear me. And then we're going to put a little nice wrapper around it. So today we're going to talk about reminders. Now, reminders are super powerful. I'd never even realized how powerful it is until just recently. So we're going to kick up and go find our reminders app. In iOS, you can always drag down and type in reminders. Now it's right there, but I'm going to show you. You can search for it. And we're going to get into our reminders app. So when we get in here, you're going to see you have different lists and different things that you can be using this for. But I want to talk about using this at a higher level. I think a lot of us really understand how to use time-based or date-based reminders. We use Google Calendar. We highly advise you to time block everything and have it on your calendar. These are for those extra steps that go along. So let's talk about we're going to jump into our don't forget. You're going to see we don't have any reminders. So I want to start off with just something simple. We're going to talk about a time-based reminder. So time-based specific content maybe during a lead gen. So I need to contact someone specifically. Maybe they're not on my call list for that day, but I don't want to forget to call them. So let's jump in here and go to new reminder. And I'm going to say call our good friend Joe Blow, and we're going to click on that little icon. Now we're going to set this for a specific time. So we'll flip the switch for time. It's going to be tomorrow. You can't do a time without a date. So we're going to say tomorrow during our lead gen time. And I'm going to say at our lead gen time here is 8 to 12. So let's say 9 a.m. And we're going to check in with Joe Blow. Maybe we saw him at the grocery store. We just want to check in with him. We know he's not going to be in our DTD2 list or anything like that. We're not going to repeat this. So, hang on. Don't call him at 2 a.m. We're going to hit done. And this is the most simple of reminders. Honestly, this is what I think a lot of us are used to, and what we're kind of good at doing is these time-based reminders. We could have also set a date-based. So date-based, let's think about, a general date-based would be like a need that day. So again, we're going to go back to our reminders here. We're going to hit that new reminder, and maybe it's take trash out. Let's take this to a home thing, something we need to do at the house. Well, we need to do it on Tuesday. Well, maybe that's trash day. So, very general, doesn't need to be done in a specific time, just something that needs to be done. Now, you can see there are notes, there's extra information, so you don't need to make a long reminder. Uh, don't forget kids' trash, little things like that. Hit done. Great. We've got our 2 reminders here. And of course, if we want to check off a reminder, you just click on it and make it go away. But these are the 2 that most of us are familiar with. We're talking about a date-based and time-based. Now I want to start talking about it at a higher level. So I want to talk specifically around location-based. So what is a location-based reminder? So I used this past weekend where I took a location, an open house I was going to, and I did not want to forget to do a few things when I got to the open house. So we're going to hit the new reminder, and we're going to hit open house reminders. And we're going to say Los Patios. When I hit the little I for information, we're now going to click the location button. So we switch that location. We're going to go to, if we did my current, which would be our office, I'm going to come in here and change this up to my address. All right, there it is. And so when I get to this location, as soon as I get there, I am going to get that notification popping up. But let's talk about this open house thing, because there was 2 or 3 things I needed to do. So we're going to scroll down, and I'm going to clear this banner out so you can see right here at the bottom, this subtask option. We can create subtasks. So when I get to this open house, I want to move the litter box. I want to hide the fans in the bedrooms. And I want to move the cat tree out. Because we all know open houses with animals are not the best. Okay, great. So when I get to this specific location, when I arrive at 5403 Los Patios, you're going to see this notification pop up, and then it's going to have these sub notifications. So I can be more organized. I know that when I get to that location, I'm going to have the information that I need. And so this is going to be a real powerful tool, especially for open houses or listing presentations, maybe just life in general. So one way that I specifically use this, I'm going to kick over here to my reminders list. I have some daily affirmations and I have some reminders. And so every time I step foot into the Keller Williams Realty here, my phone pops up the reminder and says, am I a transformational leader? Yes, I did just finish reading Leadership, and I am following through and trying to answer those questions. But this is one of those awesome uses of location-based reminders. Now, you could do this when you get to school. So maybe you're picking the kids up from school and you need to remember to ask the teacher for something. That's an awesome usage of these location-based reminders. Now, let's talk about the next one. And I kind of struggled, honestly, with a usage case until I really thought about it, and I've got a good one for you. So let's click the new reminders. We're going to talk about message-based. So this is an iOS fun little tool. I'm going to follow up with Joe about his dad. Now, let's say Joe and I don't talk that often, so I just need to follow up with him the next time we speak. When I click that I can go to when messaging right here, and we'll choose that person. So we'll pull up old Joe. So when I message Joe Blow, I'm going to get this follow up with Joe about his dad. Now, if we're in relationship with the 900 people in our database, I suspect there's a lot of reasons we should be remembering specifics. So maybe this is, hey, follow up with Jane about little Bobby's soccer team, how did they do in the championship? It's not something you need to do on a specific day, but the next time you're messaging them, you want to remember this. And so I have been playing with this one a lot and have found that it's kind of nice and kind of useful. It helps me remember things. It helps me to be in deeper relationship with my people because I am genuinely reminded that there's more to this person than what's right there in front of me. And I might just be calling for a quick lead gen call. It might be, hey, you still interested in looking at that house? Awesome. Well, that's okay. Hey, how's Bobby doing in soccer? It gives us the opportunity to be more relational and have a better mindset. It's that right message at the right time mentality. And so I really am loving this. I'm loving the location based side too. Now, y'all have sat here and watched me type this in and kind of thinking maybe that's a little cumbersome, maybe that's a little frustrating. So let's talk about voice assistant integration. So this can be something you do on the fly or something you do super fast. So if I wanted to have a notification or a reminder, all we can do is we can pull up Siri and do the notification. So I'm going to do this real fast and hopefully it doesn't feedback too much into the mic, and let's see what happens. Set reminder to buy diapers when I get to Walmart on Midland Drive. Okay. It did a pretty good job. It didn't pick up the Walmart, but buy diapers when I get to Walmart. Whoop. There we go. And so now we've got this on the reminders list. So we can use these voice integrations to set these up. We can do a text message one. So let's do a text message one. Create reminder to ask Tara about Mega Camp the next time I text message her. Create reminder the next time I text Tara Newton about Mega Camp. Well, that one didn't work as well, but it does work well for the location based and for the time based. We can do a time one. Remind me at 11 a.m. to end live stream. Whoop. Maybe not the live stream, but you get the idea, guys. This is super simple, super fast, and super easy. And you can quickly throw these reminders in your phone, have them location based, have them text based, have them time based. And let's talk about recurring. That's the next big one that I utilize heavily. So when we're in these recurring opportunities, every 1st and 15th, I need to pull a FSBO and an expired list and send it off to our ISA. So let's jump in there. And I do believe I misspelled recurring. Please don't judge me too heavily. I'm going to go back to my don't forget list. And I'm going to say pull FSBO expired list. All right. Now, this is going to be a date. We're going to do this on the 1st. And we're going to repeat this. Now, I do this on the 1st and the 15th, so I want it bi-weekly with it ending never. But I mean, you can do some crazy customization here. So in the custom section, you just saw me click, you can do it weekly, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. You can do it on specific days. So Sundays, every 4 weeks. You can do it Sundays and Tuesdays, every 4 weeks, weekly. You can make this as custom as you want. For my specific usage, I'm going to stick with the bi-weekly, and we're going to have it in never. And I want this flagged. So what does that flag really mean? It's just a notification that, hey, you need to do this. The other way you can give priority is that priority list, and it'll throw little exclamation marks on there. So let's see what that looks like. When I hit done, you'll see that the pull FSBO expired list is now flagged and it's got the two exclamation marks there on the left-hand side. So this is one of those recurring needs. It's something you might set up once and never change it again. I have some of these that I've had going for years. I have a specific affirmation to every day: submit to authority, honor others, and don't be divisive. That's been going for probably 5, 6 years. Every day I get that affirmation and the request to do better, be better, as Dusty would say. So um, I wanted to dig into this. I wanted to talk through some of the different aspects. You can have some different lists here. I've got family, I've got some church stuff, I've got groceries. I've used it all, but this is just a powerful tool, and one that I think us as agents can utilize at a high level, because at the end of the day, we are not always organized. At least I'm not. And I'm speaking to myself more than anything else, but there's a great opportunity here to be more organized. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this kind of just quick walkthrough. This is meant to be simple. iOS is built around simplicity. And so if there's a question around this, put it in the comments. Let's talk through it. Give me your examples. How are you going to use this at a higher level? How are you going to help organize yourself to that higher level that's going to let you get the right message at the right time and the right place? So guys, this is really powerful tools. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to respect your time. If you have any questions, put them below. And anybody with an Android phone that wants to sit down and drive through this with me next week, just shoot me a message and I'll be happy to get you on here. Y'all have a fantastic day. I hope you stay reminded. I hope you are well organized and successful. Let's go sell some houses, and y'all have a good one.